MCU Sorcerer Supreme will cast his spell to the fans once again with his second solo movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This movie is said to be one of the most significant ones in Phase 4 of the MCU, with the events of the movie changing the MCU forever. And today, we are going to talk about just that, how the movie will impact and change many things in the MCU. Introduction. The first Doctor Strange movie received a lot of praise for the movie was made and did good at the box office and with the critics, and it was at that moment that we are going to get a sequel. But the announcement came way later, and when we look at it and what is the story of the movie, it is very understandable, considering all of the events happening before it and what the story will entail, the multiverse. After the original movie's director Scott Derrickson stepped down due to creative differences with Marvel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is back on with its new director, Evil Dead director Sam Raimi, leading the way. The movie has been said to be the first MCU full-blown horror movie, which will see Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange goateed sorcerer ripping open the multiverse to tackle another interdimensional threat. Elizabeth Olsen is also set to appear in the movie as Scarlet Witch following the events of WANDAVISION, and the filmmaker who gave us Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man behind the camera. And here we have prepared for you today some changes the movie might make to the entire MCU.
You told me once to fight like my life depended on it because one day it might. Well, today is that day.
A sequel to WandaVision. To start things off, throughout the Infinity Saga, we have seen Wanda Maximoff presented as one of the dullest, least interesting heroes in the Avengers. And then her WandaVision Disney Plus series came along, and it turned her into one of the most complex and compelling characters of the entire franchise, bringing her that much closer to her comic book counterpart. With Elizabeth Olsen on the board for the sequel in a supporting role, we could see this movie set to double as a sequel to WandaVision and Doctor Strange, giving us a little bit of extra on their characters as a whole. Tear open the space-time continuum. All we can talk about right now is the multiverse. However, opening up one should not be taken lightly, as Bruce Banner learned when he encountered the Ancient One in an alternate 2012. But also Loki's experience with it in his Disney Plus series, as he contended with the Time Variance Authority. The second installment of the movie might see Doctor Strange possibly tearing open the space-time continuum and exploring many MCU what-if scenarios, which the What If animated series saw too dark to explore, as we were able to see months ago. The Darkhold. Darkhold has been part of the Marvel comics for so long, and in today's time, we have it in the MCU as well. After WandaVision introduced us to the existence of Darkhold in the MCU, we could see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness release the ancient mystical book's awesome power, with us finally being able to witness its glory the right way. The Darkhold itself is a collection of evil spells, which were effectively penned by Sean the Chaos God, who personally chose Wanda Maximoff to wield chaos magic, which was also explored in WandaVision. Thus, the Darkhold might be one of the things that could pose a huge threat to the MCU, now that we know the presence of its existence. America Chavez. Slowly but surely, we are seeing Marvel Studios' plans to bring the Young Avengers to the big screen, their assembly and the formation of the team, and the Doctor Strange sequel will take part in this, as it will introduce the fan favorite from the comics, America Chavez, a character who will be portrayed by Exati Gomez. In the comics, America Chavez and Kate Bishop, Hawkeye's successor, are best friends, and both are key members of the group called the Young Avengers. For a while, the MCU has been building towards the assembly of its own Young Avengers team, and knowing that the Hawkeye Disney Plus series will introduce Kate Bishop, it could only be fitting if the next Young Avenger member announced is America Chavez, with her getting her first big screen appearance in the Doctor Strange sequel, a character who will be part of the future of the MCU. Strange finally becoming the Sorcerer Supreme. In the comics, Stephen Strange is known as the Sorcerer Supreme, the leader of the Masters of the Mystical Arts. However, he is yet to receive this title in the MCU, and we think that the sequel will be the movie that will state the obvious after all. Whether the movie reveals that Stephen Strange became the Sorcerer Supreme right after the Battle of Earth, or it shows how he earns the position, he should finally take on his official job title in the upcoming sequel. He deserves it, and we think it would be the perfect time for it. KARL MORDO killing sorcerers. One of the characters who many fans hate so much is KARL MORDO, who, after being on his side, turned against Doctor Strange, with him thinking that there are too many sorcerers in one of the mid-credit scenes of Doctor Strange, which suggests that he will be picking off sorcerers one by one in the sequel. As MORDO goes around the world serial-killing magic users, he could kill a fan-favorite character. And no, we are not talking about Stephen Strange or Wanda Maximoff. They have yet to play their part in the MCU, but we could be left without Wong in the future of the MCU, one of the most beloved sorcerers so far. The first of many. We have all been witnesses to the Marvel movies and how they are all broadly superhero blockbusters, but some of them even explore some different individual genres. For example, Thor Ragnarok is a pulpy sci-fi adventure. Spider-Man Homecoming is a coming-of-age teen comedy. And Captain America the Winter Soldier is a 70s-style paranoid political thriller. Thus, with Sam Raimi helming the movie as the MCU's first blown horror movie, we could see this movie being just the first of many, serving as a blueprint for other Marvel horror movies in the future of the MCU. And we know that there might be some. A memorable score. One of the main problems with the MCU is that none of its original scores are memorable. The licensed soundtrack of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are unforgettable. But outside Alan Silverstreet's Avengers theme and Michael Giacchino's orchestral reworking of the old Spider-Man animated series theme song, Marvel doesn't have a lot of distinctive original music, which could change with the Doctor Strange sequel, whose score is being composed by Danny Elfman, the man behind the iconic theme from Tim Burton's Batman and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, which is highly possible seeing how Danny and Sam will be working together yet again. And with that in mind, we are here to say that we need something new and interesting to mumble in our everyday lives. Give it to us, Marvel. We think that we deserve it. Introducing Mephisto. For quite a while, Marvel fans have been expecting Mephisto's appearance, speculating and breaking down every way the character could make his introduction into the MCU. However, he and many other beloved characters speculated to be in the WandaVision series never did, and instead, the series wisely kept the focus on Wanda and Vision relationship. Instead, Mephisto could make his debut in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He is based on the demonic Mephistopheles from the Faustian legend, a character who has been part of the Marvel comics for so long, and a character who is very powerful, the one who might be a reason for so many drastic changes happening in the MCU after the movie is finished. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what is the main reason you are excited about? And which other character do you think will make an appearance in Doctor Strange's multiverse? And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.